What's up guys, Bajheera here, and for this video I'm gonna walk you guys through a little bit of a 6.0 warrior survival guide. This is gonna be mostly from the arms perspective, I'm planning on at least, but we can take a look at Fury. One of the things I have not done is gotten into Prot, but I can go into that a little bit later on. One of the reasons I haven't gone into Prot is one, because, you know, I just don't have it currently spec'd anyway, and two, you don't have access to Gladiator stance Prot until you have access to the level 100 talent called Gladiator's Resolve. And me personally, I mainly play Arms and Fury, but I think I will be speccing Prot both to tank dungeons while leveling and to get a little bit of that Gladiator stance PvP. That does look pretty good from what I've seen on beta. But we can get right into this. So one of the things that happened today with patch 6.0.2, one of the many things is you're gonna notice that your stats and your health got reduced. So don't freak out. This whole video sort of has the preface of so don't freak out about it, okay? But yeah, your stats on your gear got reduced. One of the things that did happen though is hit and expertise, along with dodge parry, was removed from gear. So you're gonna have a lot more secondary stats, which is gonna put your crit up pretty high and your mastery up pretty high, and even your haste up. Because, you know, without hitting expertise, it has to fill the gaps in your gear somehow. But your gear got scaled down, your health is gonna be a lot lower. And one of the things, if you decide to get into some PvP, don't freak out, because from what I understand, is there's going to be scaling in battlegrounds and arenas during the leveling process. So if you're right at the beginning of the bracket, you'll get scaled up so that you're a little bit more effective. And one of the things that's happening right now is that we're getting scaled up to level 99. So we do level 99 damage against a level 90 health pool, which ends up being pretty bursty. But I'll probably show you some PvP at some point too. But before I get too distracted, one of the things I want to do is walk you through pretty much what your options are as an arms warrior at this point, because a lot of things did get removed. I don't want to just like QQ about everything being removed. However, we lost things like overpower, deep wounds. We lost shield wall for arms warriors. Like this still shows shield wall for some reason, but what this actually ends up being is shield barrier, and I don't know why it changed back. But you know, it's a new patch, so these things do happen. But so we lost shield wall, and we're left with only a couple. Interesting. We're left with only a couple different defenses, and they're not quite keeping up, because one of the things that you'll see now is our defensive repertoire has changed. My talents, I'm going with Juggernaut, Enraged Regen, and the reason I'm taking Enraged Regen is because Second Wind is now a leech effect at low health, and from my experience, it really doesn't save you ever. It's not that good. And then Impending Victory is a 15% heal that you can use on a 30-second cooldown. It does cost rage though, and deals a little bit of damage, so that's kind of cool. But what ends up being the most effective, even though it's very ineffective right now, is Enraged Regen. So it's going to heal you for 10% of your maximum health instantly, and then an additional 20% over 5 seconds. So it's 30% of your health heal every minute, which sounds pretty good. Except right now we only have 70k health, so it doesn't heal very much at all. I mean, any hybrid classes heal is going to heal like double that, and it has no cooldown, and this is on a 1 minute cooldown, doesn't heal for anything. So maybe there's a little bit of an issue there. But regardless, I mean, like I said, I don't want to just complain the entire video, but warriors, at least at this sort of like, at this scaling level, at the scaling point, are kind of weak. But from what I've seen in the beta, level 100, it's okay. I want to believe it's okay. But for my level 45 talents, I'm taking Slam. The other one that I might consider is Sudden Death. Sudden Death is really good too, but I felt, just today, I was feeling like my rotation was very, very empty. So I felt like throwing some slams in there every once in a while. And it does hit harder than Whirlwind if you get the second stack of slams, so that's something to consider. I have not experimented very much with Taste for Blood, but I might want to do that in the future. For my level 60 talents, I chose Stormbolt, and the reason I chose Stormbolt is because it's a ranged stun, which to me it brings a little bit more utility to the table. I don't have to be on my target to stun them. You know, if they're far away from me and I want to stun them, you can use Stormbolt, obviously. Shockwave is cool because it's still AoE. I love this ability. I'm so sad that I don't get to use it anymore. But I don't take Shockwave currently, and Dragon Roar still does absolutely 0 damage and is worthless. So there's that. I'm still taking Safeguard right now. Safeguard no longer breaks roots, but it still is a little bit of mobility, and it still gives you some utility in terms of protecting your partners from damage. Mass Spell Reflection now replaces Spell Reflect. It's on a 30-second cooldown. It makes you reflect all spells, so that could be a cool option. And it says, yeah, so it's, you know, something to consider. Vigilance, I still think, is very niche for what it does. I don't know if it's really worth it having on a 2-minute cooldown, but something to consider if you're getting, you know, teams that like train your healer or something. You might want to do that, but I still think Safeguard's better. So for my level 90 talents, right now I'm using Avatar. Bladestorm can deal damage. It's just that I'm preferring Avatars right now. You can still go with Bladestorm. You can pick, I mean, one of the things that's happening right now is that, like, I don't know if it's a good thing, is that nothing really feels all that strong, so you can pick whatever you want just for fun. That's not really, like, a great place to be. Like, okay, none of my talents are good, so it doesn't matter which one I pick. That's not what really where you want to be, but that's kind of how it feels right now. But I'm picking Avatar right now, just to try it out. Glyphs. So I'm using this glyph, Glyph of Die by the Sword right now. What I'd probably end up recommending, and what I'm actually going to do, is I'm going to remove this one, because I don't think that's very good. I'm going to close out of there for a second. I'm going to get Bull Rush. Glyph of Death from Above is pretty lame, because your Heroic Leap becomes like a tiny infant baby hop, and it's okay to have a lower cooldown on it, but you really don't gain much distance. So if you're going to try to Heroic Leap any sort of length away from you, it's really not going to be good enough. So I'm not using Glyph of Death from Above from anymore, or Glyph of Heroic Leap anymore. I am using Mortal Strike, and when people can make the Glyph, I will be using Glyph of Rallying Cry. Right now I have this one in there, but that's not as good as it used to be, I think. But we don't have Overpower anymore, that's the problem, so please give back Overpower. There's still time. There's still time. Give us back Overpower. Take freaking Whirlwind. You can have it. I want Overpower back. But anyway. Rallying Cry. I think Rallying Cry is a good third glyph slot, and this is going to be left empty for the rest of time because Arms can no longer use the Glyph of Burning Anger, which is probably the most depressing thing about the whole patch. So I'm just going to leave this blank because this is Glyph of Burning Anger spot forever and ever, and it can never be replaced. So anyway, that's how I have my warrior set up in terms of my talents, but really, like, this is not really as much of a guide, like this is what you should do, as letting you know sort of how I have things set up right now, and talking you just a little bit about what's going on with warriors, because it's pre-patch. There's so much to experiment with, and that's pretty much the idea, I would say, rather than, okay, here's how you can be the most effective that you can be at these 3v3 arena skirmishes for a month. No, it's more just, here's how things are looking right now. So in terms of my action bar, obviously you still have charge, that's good. Whew, they didn't take away charge. That was a close one. But this is actually a macro. And my charge macro now, instead of, it used to be Charge, Hamstring, Mortal Strike. What I think I'm going to do now, and I have this changed. It's interesting that it goes back though, is I want it to be Rend. So when I charge, I can Hamstring and Rend at the same time and have those both be applied. And then I can start dealing damage with Colossus Smash, Mortal Strike. But anyway, that's my first macro. Right now I have a throw. I have my Heroic Throw bound there. I have Taunt bound there. Very infrequently we'll be using Taunt, but it's still there. Now, one of the kind of bummer things, another thing on the long list of kind of bummer things, is that you can no longer use the Mortal Strike Taunt macro, the macro that taunts arena pets to you. You can use it, but it's really annoying because if you try to do that every time you Mortal Strike, it'll put you in defensive stance. And currently, if you're in defensive stance, you will not generate nearly enough rage to be anywhere near effective. You barely generate enough rage to be effective. In battle stance, it feels like to me. That did feel different in the level 100 server on the beta, so take heart in that. But yeah, you really don't want to be in defensive stance because you don't do anything, and you take reduced damage, but you're still gonna get one-shotted if you're in trouble, unless you have a healer, which is kind of one of the things about Arms. But anyway, don't want to just wind the whole video, even though I am, because it's kind of sad. But anyway, we got Mortal Strike. I have Slam bound here. Obviously, if you're not talented for Slam, you will not have Slam there. I might put Whirlwind on this button right here. That used to be my Overpower button, so it's a button that I'm used to pressing often as kind of like a filler. So I would either have Slam or Whirlwind there, depending on what I'm speccing. I have Colossus Smash still bound. I have Execute here. I have Recklessness as well. A couple things that everything's pretty normal right now. I mean, you have Heroic Leap, you have Fear, you have Zerka Rage. Zerka Rage no longer gives you increased damage though, just noted. I have Spell Reflect, I have Victory Rush, I have Pummel, and I have Enraged Regen bound now as well. A couple things I don't have bound. I don't have any Shattering Throw. Shattering Throw, you have to Glyph for that right now, but I don't have that Glyph, so I don't have it bound. And banners are gone, so you don't have any banners to intervene to, so any nifty sort of intervene plays to gap close, gap create, peel for your teammates is gone, so have fun not being useful to your team besides doing damage. Sell my trinket, sell Stormbolt. Sweeping Strikes is pretty cool. Sweeping Strikes is still going to be something that's valuable. It'll help you deal damage, help you pad the meters, and cleave people down, which is something that Arms Warriors might be able to do. I remember using Sweeping Strikes a lot on the beta, and it's been a lot of fun. I have Rallying Cry and Die by the Sword are your 2 defensives, along with unranged regen. So you have 3 defensives. 1 buffs your health for a short period of time, and then you lose the health. And then 1 gives you about 30% of your health, which is a, what? Like 20k heal, which is like a regrowth or something. I think what is it? Healing waves heal you for like 30k, so about half of that. I don't know. Probably, I think they actually heal you for like double that. So from what I've seen, hybrids heal a lot, and Warrior's not a hybrid, so we don't. I guess. Shield Barrier makes you go defensive stance, gives you a very, very tiny infant baby shield that will get killed anyway. Sounds so salty in this video. It's true though. It's been a fun day. I did have some fun arenas, but like just reading through what happened to Warriors, man, it's rough. But we are level 90, and a lot of things could change in the month leading up to WoD. But anyway, I have Thunderclap. Thunderclap does no longer reduce any sort of physical damage, but it does slow people, so it deals damage and slows. So that's cool. It costs 10 rage, so it's kind of like an AoE slow if you do want one of those. And I still have my safeguards bound just in case I'd like to use those. But all in all, I mean, you can see what's on my action bar. I feel like this is pretty much all I need to be an Arms Warrior at this point. So there are definitely some gaps. There's Disarm is gone, things like that. So that's all interesting. Disarms and your Shout is gone, and your banners and your Shattering Throw is gone, along with Overpower and Deep Wounds and Shield Wall. So if you have these things bound, I feel like that's pretty much all you're gonna need as an Arms Warrior. All in all, from my experience with Arms Warriors, we do a lot of damage. We definitely do need some healing support though. In 1v1, I felt very, very ineffective compared to a lot of different classes, but I don't know. It's still a fun day playing on the beta. And what I can do real quick is to tab over to Fury and show you what's on my bar for Fury. A lot of the things for Fury are the same. You do have Piercing Howl, though. It's kind of cool. But you do not have... I'm still going to only have one sword out, though. You don't have Colossal Smash, so your basic damage abilities are going to be Bloodthirst, Wild Strike, Raging Blow, and Execute. And, yep, your defensives and utility are the exact same as Arms Warrior, except for you have Piercing Howl. I'm not sure if you have Thunderclap, actually. I was wondering about that, if that's what was replaced. So it doesn't look like you have Thunderclap. So you have Piercing Howl, though. So similar idea, it just doesn't deal damage. That's Fury Warrior for my glyphs on Fury. I do recommend using the Bloodthirst glyph. I think that when... yeah, you can use the Rallying Cry glyph as Fury, too. So I would do that instead of Glyph of Death from above. But the Bull Rush is still good because you are going to want that rage. So good stuff. Can you actually glyph for this? No, unfortunately not. Okay. So yeah, so you don't have any banners. Yeah, Warriors are in an interesting spot. All the QQ aside, I do recall having fun playing Warrior on the beta. So hopefully things scale well for Warriors, because although we do deal a good bit of damage, I think everybody deals a good bit of damage just because the scaling is weird. So the fact that we can one-shot people with level 99 damage against level 90 health isn't really all that impressive to me. Warriors do still feel fun. I still love the class, still my favorite, but every other class I've played besides Warrior feels better. So, yeah. I guess I came into this video hoping to give you guys some encouraging words to help you not freak out. 6.0.2 Warrior Survival Guide. But this has become more like a vlog, I suppose, and I am overall pretty bummed with how the Warrior class looks. I feel like we could definitely do with Overpower back instead of Whirlwind, please. I feel like Rend is kind of lame. I'd much rather just have Deep Wounds back, applying a Mortal Strike, but I know that the game has to balance out compared to what other classes have. But one of the things that's ending up happening is Warriors just feel really weak compared to other classes. I know that a lot of classes have to lose things that they liked in order to make space for things to grow and to blossom, as WoW often does. You know, you want a place to build off of. I like that. I want WoW to be around for a long time. But the current state of Warriors feels like what my action bar looks like. There's just gaps in it. things are missing. It doesn't feel like a complete class, and I don't think the level 100 talents are going to fill that gap. Miss Pandaria Warrior was awesome. It was a masterpiece. Even right from the pre-patch, it felt different. Definitely felt different than Cataclysm, but upon playing it, you're like, wow, this is a really fun class to play. You had Shockwave, you had Stormbolt, you had, you know, if you didn't want to go Stormbolt, you could have extra choices for damage. You could have an interesting synergy between Bladestorm and Bloodbath. There are lots of cool things you could do as an Arms Warrior, and pretty much all of those things are gone now. A lot of things that made the Warrior fun, like mobility. Your banners are gone now, so you're going to be getting pillared a lot. It's interesting. I hope for the best, but I'm not feeling real happy. I'm not feeling real encouraged after playing today. But, you know, this is just the first day of patch 6.02, and just my opinions by themselves really don't mean that much. I hope that you guys have a lot of fun, and I hope that I have a lot of fun as I continue to play Warrior more and get more comfortable with the new Warrior that we're going to be playing. So, anyways, guys, just want to give you guys a quick look at the way Arms Warriors and Fury Warriors is looking right now. I can get into prod a little bit later, but until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.